Every gay person I know has a coming out story, each of them very different. My own story isn't atypical. At 50 years old, I knew I was gay from about the age of 11. I grew up at a time, 1980s, early 90s, where your sexuality was a subject rarely talked about. You saw the typical stereotypical images on the television of gay men, and I always felt detached from who I really was. I understood the nature of my sexuality. I understood I was different to my friends, but it was a subject I found very, very hard to speak about. In fact, it was my mother who wrote me a letter in 1995 when I'd left for Australia for a new life with my now partner Daryl, who brought the subject up and asked me outright if I was gay. It was an easy option. I love writing. I wrote words on a paper and I popped it in the post. And yes, I admitted I was gay. Waited for the reply. And the tears my mother described as she realised how difficult my life had been. Not that I was gay, she was crying because of the difficulties I experienced. That letter gave me a starting point, and it made me realise how honest I should have been from the very beginning. Brit is a personal blog. It's my personal journey since 2015. It also includes writing about subjects that are close to my heart, whether it's politics, current affairs, or indeed sexuality. As a gay man, nearly 50 years old, it's a subject I've always found fascinating, in a lot of cases difficult, and in many more cases challenging. The stories I've received are heartbreaking, heart-wrenching, harrowing in some cases, and in others uplifting. Each person's coming out story is different, and I want to hear from you. You'll see an email address coming along the bottom of the screen. comingoutstories@mail.com. Put pen to paper, get out the keyboard, send me an email about your own experiences and your memories, recollections of what could have been a difficult, happy, or different time. How did it make you feel? Were you happy? Were you sad? Have you come to terms with your sexuality? How were your parents? How were your friends? Do they accept you for who you are? So today I want to hear from you, all of you, about that special time. Send your stories in. Send a video in like I'm doing today, unsuccessfully. But send me those moments that you want to include in coming out stories, and I'd love to hear from you.